Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing my TBR jar challenge for October. I'm hoping to have a better reading month in October than I did in September. In September, I only physically read one book, listened to one audiobook. I'm about a quarter of the way through a second audiobook and like not even a quarter of the way through The Picture of Dorian Gray. But I'm hoping to have a better reading month in October. It's going to start slowing down by around the second week of October. So I'm hoping to have some more me time. First things first, we're going to talk about the book club pick of the month. And I'm part of a book club on Goodreads. So every month you get a nominated book. It then goes to a poll. And then the top two books, or the top two books that get the most nominations, then get selected for the month, the upcoming month. So for the month of October, Carrie Soto Is Back was the winner of that poll. And then the second book, which we're going to, everyone else is going to read because I only normally choose one, is The Inheritance Games, which I believe is the first book of a series, and that just does not interest me whatsoever. I originally wasn't going to read this book because being that it's a sports star turns me off. But then again, people who don't really read or are interested in sports have still really liked this. So, and I had to pick one or the other because that is the challenge for the year, is to read one of the book club picks, even if it's not something I would normally pick up. So this is my excuse to buy a new book. So this is the first thing that I will be reading in October. The second thing, so also disclaimer, the TBR is going to be a lot bigger because I am going to be starting a series, even though I just said that series is not really my thing. But I just received something in the mail and I'm so excited. Let me go get it. I just received the third book of the Thursday Murder Club mystery stories. Now, I've had the first two for a little while and I've not read them because I had the third one on pre-order. So I was literally waiting. So I now have all three: The Thursday Murder Club, The Man Who Died Twice, and The Bullet That Missed. And I'm hoping to read all of these in October, back to back. So that was why I was waiting, because I really wanted to just read it all in one go. Because I have heard that a lot of people, especially with the second one, when they read it, they didn't want it to end. So I've been wanting to pick this one up for a while, and I actually took it off my TBR shelf so it didn't tempt me. And I've been waiting for my pre-order to come in. So I now have them all, and I'm super excited about it. So they are essentially the first four things I'm going to read, and anything else that we select now from my TBR jar is a bonus. Oh, I may also try to pick this up again, but I don't know yet. So let's get into the TBR jar, because that is essentially what we are all here for. Let me move these down so I can see. So my TBR shelves are this one and this one down here. And these are my prompts. Pop. All right, the first prompt for the month of October, I'm going to attempt to put spooky mystery thriller things in. We'll see how I go. Last book thrifted. Oh, well, that is definitely spooky in some sense. Alias Grace by Margaret Atwood. I have actually watched the Netflix show of this, and that was the reason why I picked up this book. The TV show did give me the heebie-jeebies a bit. So hopefully this will lead up to the spooky thing. I just noticed on the back it says, around the true story of one of the most enigmatic and notorious women of the 1840s, Margaret Atwood has created an extraordinary potent tale of sexuality, cruelty, and mystery. So I didn't actually know that was kind of based on a true lady, but interesting. I'm excited for that one, because I think that'll definitely give me the right vibes. All right, I'm going to put that one over there with my others. This is my pile. And then once I've finished all of these ones, they'll all go back in the jar. I will probably see what I've got in there and see if I need to make any amendments or add anything. Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to pick. One by One by Ruth Ware. And I picked this one up from the $7 bookshop because it has a crease in the corner. So there was only one of them there. And they just sell like they're like a wholesale bookshop. So they sell books that have expired or a new edition is coming out. So they sell the old editions or damaged books. Yeah, so this one is a crime story. A luxury chalet, an opportunity of a lifetime until guests start to disappear one by one. Right vibes for October. Whoops. Sorry, my hay fever has been really, really bad, so it's actually hard to talk because I feel very nasally and it's all going in my throat. Alrighty. Random genre generator. My laptop is over there. So, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. So I put all of the categories that I could think of into a random generator wheel. And it came out with crime, which I've already got like a crime thriller here. But that's fine because we're in October, aren't we? The Dry by Jane Harper. A desperate act in a small town with big secrets. Every now and then, an Australian crime novel comes along to stop your breath and haunt your dreams. Perfect. And the best thing about this is the third book called The Exiles has just come out. So Federal Police Officer Investigator Aaron Falk is introduced in this novel. And then I have the second one here called Force of Nature, which I didn't actually realize was the second one until The Exiles came out literally a couple of days ago, which is the third and final in the Aaron Falk trilogy. So if I like this, maybe I'll start another series and read Force of Nature and then go and spoil myself with The Exiles, but we'll see. So this one says, it hasn't rained in Kiriwa for 2 years. Tensions in the farming community become unbearable when 3 members of the Hadler family are discovered shot to death on their property. Everyone assumes Luke Hadler committed suicide after slaughtering his wife and 6-year-old son. Federal police officer Aaron Falk returns to his hometown for the funerals and is unwillingly drawn into the investigation. As suspicion spreads through the town, Falk is forced to confront the community that rejected him 20 years earlier. Because Falk and his childhood friend Luke Hadler shared one secret, one which Luke's death threatens to unearth. And this won a lot of Australian Industry Awards, and it has now been made into a movie with Eric Bana, and I believe the second one is also being made into a movie with Eric Bana, which I haven't seen. But yes, it's won Australian Book Industry Awards and Best Adult Crime Novel, Sisters in Crime Australia, Independent Bookseller of the Year, Indie Book Award, Ned Kelly Awards for Literacy. We'll go with that one. I think we've got a pretty good stack here so far. All right, I need to pick 2 more. Be kind to me, TBR jar. V. I don't think I have any V's. No, I'll put that one over here, and then when I'm finished, I'll put it back in the jar just in case I get a V book again in the future. So we'll try again for number 4. Oh no, I have 2 here. Let's go with this one. A book with illustrations inside. Oh, I actually do have one. I was just thinking, I've just unhauled Miss Pettigreen's what is it? Something for peculiar children, but I think that's going to freak me out too much and give me nightmares, which I am susceptible to. But I do have another one here, Medusa, The Girl Behind the Myth, by Jessie Burton and illustrated by Olivia Lomant-Gill. And this is just absolutely stunning. The illustrations about how Medusa became Medusa, essentially. And a lot of these are kind of like mixed media type of images as well. And yeah, they're just stunning. So that one works for illustration inside. So we'll give that one a go. It's a very odd shaped book. It's kind of square, so it sits far out on my bookshelf. So I'll be glad to get that one off the TBR jar. And it's about like scary chick. So we're doing really well. Last one for October. I hope that I can stay with my spooky crime thrillery vibes. A red cover. And I can, and I know exactly what I'm going to pick. The End of Men by Christina Sweeney Bard. Only men carry the virus, only women can save us. And it's essentially about a virus in Glasgow in 2025 that kills men. That's all I know. And women have to save us. And yeah, it was written during COVID because I did check that not too long ago. So I think it will also be good because it's kind of a bit, you know, I'm sure there'll be things that we can relate to in that sense. I am extremely, extremely impressed with what we selected. For this month. I think this is giving off very, very good October spooky vibes. So for Last Book Thrifted, I've got Alias Grace by Margaret Atwood. For I've got One by One by Ruth Ware. For Random Generator, I was selected Crime, so I've picked The Dry by Jane Harper. For illustrations inside, we've picked Medusa by Jessie Burton. And for a red cover, we have picked The End of Men by Christina Sweeney Baird. So these are my spooky TBR jar selected books. I then also have, oh my word, the Thursday Murder Club series, which I'm hoping to get to ASAP, and my this is heavy, and my book club pick, which is Carrie Soto's Back. Carrie Soto's Back does not fit this vibe whatsoever, but I'm extremely happy with this. I'm loving all of these colorful vibes it is giving me. And let me know what books you're reading in October below. I would love to know whether you're really focusing on horror or just a general bit of spook or some gothic classics. What do you like to read? Especially if you're in the Northern Hemisphere and have fall as well, because we're coming into spring. It's starting to get very hot here. And especially where I am, it's a tropical climate. So we're starting to get a lot of thunderstorms and hailstorms and wind and flooding. So it's a bit of a different vibe, but I'm still trying. And I love to kind of go along with the Northern Hemisphere because obviously there's not many of us down here, down under. But yeah, let me know if you have read any of these or what you're reading for October. I would love to have a conversation with you in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you and goodbye.